What if I told you everything you know about money is about to be obsolete? Mark this date, July 2025, the day money changes forever.
What if I told you that money, as we know it, is being reinvented, not by tech startups or crypto influencers, but by nations, quietly, strategically, and with gold at the center of it all? This shift isn't theory, it's happening in plain sight. As you listen, countries are hoarding gold, developing digital currencies, and rewriting the rules of global finance. The reason? A deep loss of trust in the existing system. It all began with a shock. In 2022, Western powers froze $300 billion of Russia's foreign reserves. Just like that, gone. Locked out of the global financial system overnight. For many nations watching, it wasn't just a sanction, it was a warning. If it could happen to Russia, who's next? That's when the realignment began, especially for BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, who saw firsthand the dangers of a dollar-dominated world. Their response is a deliberate, three-part strategy: acquire gold, build digital currencies, and design new payment systems that bypass Western control. Let's start with gold. According to the People's Bank of China, China has purchased gold for 7 straight months. This is part of a multi-year accumulation trend that has seen central banks worldwide buy over 1,000 tons annually. India has added tens of tons to its reserves, with the Reserve Bank of India now holding around 880 tons, a sharp increase. Turkey, meanwhile, modestly increased its reserves by just 3 tons in early 2025. Russia, already one of the world's top producers, is settling more of its trade in yuan than dollars. Even Germany, a close U.S. ally, faces domestic pressure to reconsider the safety of its overseas gold, especially the 1/3 stored in New York. The message is clear. Physical gold can't be sanctioned, frozen, or hacked. It's trust you can hold. But BRICS isn't just stockpiling, they're building. Next, they're building digitally. China's digital yuan is being piloted in over 30 Belt and Road countries, laying the groundwork for cross-border digital trade. Although the digital yuan's role in major energy transactions is still emerging. China currently settles nearly 20% of its oil imports in yuan, a traditional currency use that complements the digital initiative. This shows how both digital and conventional tools are converging to reduce dependence on the dollar. Beyond the digital yuan, innovations like mBridge, a blockchain-based payment system backed by multiple central banks, are being tested in over 90 countries, moving $22 billion in trial transactions. These aren't isolated experiments, they're bricks in a new financial foundation. And it doesn't stop there. The BRICS New Development Bank now accepts gold as collateral. 41 countries have applied to join this alliance. Russia and China conduct over 95% of their bilateral trade in their own currencies. This is no longer just talk about de-dollarization. It's an evolving alternative ecosystem. Now compare this to the old system. In the West, trust in gold is often based on paper claims and aging storage facilities like Fort Knox, which haven't undergone a full independent audit since 1953. Some officials have even been denied access citing national security. Meanwhile, in Shanghai, vaults storing gold for China's central bank can be inspected daily. One system relies on secrecy, the other on transparency. Still, none of this guarantees success. Take Zimbabwe's 2024 attempt to issue a gold-backed token ZiG, intended to stabilize their currency. By year-end, the token lost value in both official and black markets. The lesson? Gold alone doesn't build credibility. Without trust, even the best collateral is worthless. So BRICS isn't fully united either. India, for example, worries about China's yuan dominance. Brazil, on the other hand, is struggling with inflation. South Africa and applicant Egypt just don't have much financial leverage. And, while some people are speculating about a unified BRICS currency, the upcoming summit will more likely outline a framework, not a fully functioning gold-backed digital currency. The architecture is forming, but, yeah, the system just isn't ready yet. So why does this matter to you? Because shifts in reserve currencies really do affect daily life. Over the past 2 decades, the US dollar's share of global reserves dropped from 71% to 58%. That actually weakens the dollar's purchasing power, making things like gas, groceries, and mortgages more expensive. Investors notice. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, global gold-backed ETFs saw inflows exceeding $21 billion. That's the strongest demand since early 2022, reflecting growing investor appetite for gold as a hedge. BlackRock, which is one of the world's largest asset managers, now recommends a 5 to 10% gold allocation. Not for doomsday prepping, but as a hedge against instability. So, it's not about abandoning the dollar, it's about preparing for competition. Speculation grows. Some analysts predict gold could reach $3,200 per ounce later this year, not just from inflation, but from deepening distrust in fiat currencies. In July 2025, BRICS leaders will meet in Rio after agreeing last October to explore cross-border settlement and gold-backed frameworks, making this summer a critical turning point. This isn't financial collapse, it's recalibration, a shift from a unipolar order to a fragmented multipolar system, where trust is backed by reserves, not just promises. So here's the question. In a world rebuilt from gold bars to blockchain, what do you trust more, paper promises or physical proof? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this breakdown valuable, go ahead and subscribe for our upcoming deep dive into the July BRICS Summit, because that meeting could be more than a milestone, it could be a turning point in global finance.